Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, hello, friends. It's wonderful to be here with all of you, to see some familiar faces from 3 weeks ago. That's really nice. And really to celebrate with Olivia and her parents, her second birthday, and also her naming. In Jewish tradition, this is not just a naming. We don't just give her a name, but we welcome her into the covenant of the Jewish people. And it's for that reason that she then gets a name, a name that she will be using at Jewish ritual moments throughout her life. And so that adds an extra layer of joy and celebration to today, as we not only focus on today, but we also are able to look towards the future and what she will have in store for her in the rest of her life. There's also one other, in addition to all of you honored guests, there's one other honored guest that Jewish tradition tells us comes to every baby naming ceremony, and that is the prophet Elijah. And some of you have heard me talk a little bit about him a couple weeks ago. Elijah is the herald of the Messiah, the one who ushers in the time of universal justice and peace that our world so desperately needs. But there's another explanation that's a little different from that one about why Elijah comes to these ceremonies, and that is that Elijah, the biblical character, lived and prophesied at a time of ferment in Israel. The Jews were turning away from worshiping God. They were worshiping idols. They were turning to paganism. And Elijah was distressed about that and doubted the future of the Jewish people because of that turn. And so our tradition says that Elijah comes to every baby covenant ceremony to reassure himself, to see for himself that in fact we have survived, we continue to thrive, we continue to welcome new amazing children into the covenant of our people, to keep our traditions and our values alive. So we welcome Elijah as we welcome Olivia, and we welcome all of you to celebrate together today. God and Creator, your children have come into your presence with grateful hearts to reflect on their responsibilities as parents. Give them the wisdom to teach their child to be faithful to the heritage of the household of Israel, that she may grow up with the knowledge that you are always near to her, guiding and sustaining her. Keep open her eyes and spirit, that she may ever be conscious of the beauty and wonder of your world. And let her learn to love the goodness that is in man and woman, that she may ever nourish the goodness that has been implanted within her. So none can escape sorrow and pain. We humbly ask for her the courage to face evil, the faith to transcend it, and strength to subdue it. Grant her health of mind and of body, that she may enjoy fullness of years and live to do your will in faithfulness. And we say, Amen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, gomel chasadim tovim. We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. Your love and kindness extend to all the world. And now we say the words that welcome Olivia into the covenant of the Jewish people. This blessing links her back to our earliest biblical Jewish ancestors, Abraham and Sarah. Misha berach avotenu Abraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov, v'imotenu Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah, hu yivarech et hayalda hazot. HaKadosh Baruch Hu yishmereha, v'yateh et lev hayalda lelechet b'darkei yosher, v'hi Adonai ima, v'yiten la dea bina v'haskel, chayim v'chesed bracha v'shalom, v'yizku horeha legadla, l'chancha u'l'chakma, l'torah, l'chuppah, u'l'ma'asim tovim. Nomar, Amen. May the one who blessed our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Tim, and our mothers, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, Leah, and Ariel, bless this beautiful girl with life and health. May she be a joy to her parents.
Not today. Every day.
May she live to bring honor to the house of Israel, blessing to humanity, and glory to the name of God. And we say, Amen.
Amen.
Oh God, for the gift of this child we give thanks and pray that we may be worthy of the blessings and responsibility of parenthood. May we lead our daughter in the way of righteousness Teach us to guide and instruct her, that she may grow up to be loyal to Judaism and a worthy member of the Jewish community.
Now that we have welcomed her into the covenant, she needs her name. That she'll be called at all Jewish covenantal moments in her life. Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, kayemet hayalda hazot le'aviha u'le'ima, v'yikareh shma b'Yisrael, Moria Mina, bat Tzipora Lily. Yismach ha'av v'yotzet chalatzav, v'tagil ima b'pri vitna, zot ha'ktana gdola tihiyeh. Our God and God of our mothers and fathers, sustain this child, and let her be known in the house of Israel as Moriah Minna bat Tzipora Lily. May she bring much joy to her parents. And now I'll ask all of you to repeat after me the Hebrew words that express the hope that this is just the first of many joyous events in her life. It will be joyous for her at some point. We say the words mean, as she has entered into the covenant of life, so may she enter into the life of Torah, the blessing of family life, and the practice of goodness. So we say Kishem, Shenichnesa,
Labrit,
Cain,
Cain,
Tikanes,
Letorah, Chuppah, Ulema'asim, Tovim.
Okay. Olivia, do you want to go in the sandbox? Okay.
We've all been there, girl. You're good.
Encore.
Carry on.
Thank you all for coming to celebrate Olivia today. We are so grateful you could be here. Today we are giving Olivia her Hebrew name. In the Jewish tradition, it is customary to name a child after someone in their family in hopes that the child would emulate in life for the virtues of their namesake. It is also meant to encourage the child to ask questions about their heritage and those who came before them. Mariah Mina is named after two great people who made an impact in our lives, my Papa Morty, my mother's father, and my great aunt Myrna, my Grammy's sister. Mariah means the Lord is my teacher. My Papa Morty was a man of few words, but he loved to teach. He was an artist with his paintbrush and with his gardening tools. He was very hardworking and always put forth his best effort. These are the attributes Olivia will carry on. She is already showing her love for the arts with music and dance, as well as having a good scribble. Mina means love. Aunt Myrna is a generous and kind woman, always upbeat and fun to be around. Growing up, she had the coolest handmade puff paint clothing and always had candy hidden around the room for us to find, or so we thought. I know Olivia will carry on these qualities full of love, kindness, and creativity. Mariah Mina, we are confident you will carry on the names of our loved ones with pride and honor, and we will be there with you to guide you and teach you, but also to learn from you. We can't wait to be part of your journey. We love you.
Wherever you are.
Wherever you are.
Oh, toodles!
Oh, toodles!
You got it?
Well, Olivia Bree, Mariah Mina, you are a very lucky girl.
She likes her sparkly shoes.
You have been given some wonderful things today. You've been given some great gifts of a family, friends who will love you and care for you. You've been given a gift of two parents who will devote themselves to raising you well and teaching you and guiding you. You've been given the gift of a tradition of 3,000 years of wrestling with the world and trying to make it even better, even more like Disneyland for people who are struggling. And you have been given the gift of a name for two people who we hope will inspire you and serve as a model for the way that you engage with the world and the blessings that you share with yourself. I don't know that she's going to let us do anything with her Tully, but we have Morty's Tully, which he got for his bar mitzvah service, and well, it's nice to have him here in that way as well.
It will be hers.
As well as in this way. Olivia, one more gift. Actually, just a couple more gifts.
Olivia, look!
Look what you have.
Well, this will not be
Yeah,
here, but I can give it to you. And look, you have. Can I open it for you? Is that all right? All right. Yeah. We hope that you will always find comfort and joy in your relationship.
Say thank you.
Okay, there you go. You're welcome. And now I believe. And now it's my pleasure to give you the final gift from me today, and that is the gift of the blessing. The gift of the blessing from Jewish tradition. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. May the light of God's presence shine upon you and within you, and may God be good to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God always show you favor and grant you a life of joy and happiness, a life of health and fulfillment and meaning, and above all, a life of peace. And I hope that you always cry out when you see injustice.
It's quite the injustice.
Mazel tov, everybody.
Thank you for having the patience.
You
You get a Purple Heart.
there are a lot of, there's like a stereotype about congregations that they never want to hear the kids, right?
Correct.
The problem is if you do that, then you never hear the kids at all. So I would much rather have kids, crying and complaining and whatever else, but being together and doing it together.
When Jacob was